What God cannot do does not exist. I am the woman that God has shown mercy, Pastor Jerry. After 5 years of waiting on the Lord for a child, God has finally shown me mercy. My name is Barbara. I'm sending this video from Abuja. In 2017, I took in. At 5 months, I was bleeding. I went to the hospital. When I got to the hospital, before the doctor could even attend to me, they took time. Before I could know what was happening, I went into first labor. That's how that child went. I said I won't give up. I'll keep on praying. Let me keep on hoping on the Lord. 2 years ago, I took in again. I was so happy. I said, God, thank you. You finally answered me. So that was how I lost this child at 7 months as a stillbirth. I cried. I was like, Pastor Jerry, I was frustrated. I don't know what to do because people that knows me, whenever they call me on phone, how far? How many children do you have now? Pastor Jerry, I don't know what to tell them. I'll just be smiling. But deep inside me, I was bitter. Pastor Jerry, I've even given up. I said, is there really God? I've lost 2 children. Why? What will I do? I've given up on God. I won't lie to you, Pastor Jerry. No one see this link. They always send me it. I will see and now. No one one that said, let me join this link. When I joined, I followed in the prayers. Pastor Jerry, with time I started enjoying this prayer. Not until one day, I was crying bitterly. That was March, Pastor Jerry. I was crying bitterly after seeing my last visitor. I was crying, and you told the woman of God, Mrs. Pastor Nsppd, to make a declaration over women looking for the fruit of the womb. Pastor Jerry, I cried, and I was calling on God to show me mercy and answer me. I cried like never before because the 2 times I've lost my children, so that's if God doesn't exist. I cried and I said, well, this link is for what? I beg, this link is for what? Pastor Jerry, I've even given up. It's just as if God doesn't really exist. I said, is there really God? I've lost 2 children. Why? What will I do? Because I'm always praying and hoping. I've given up on God. I won't lie to you, Pastor Jerry. No one see this link. They always send me it. I will see and now. No one's the one that said, let me join this link. Let me see what this link is all about. So when I joined, I followed in the prayers. At first, Pastor Jerry, I wanted to leave the link because of the noise. This noise is so much. How will I connect and how will I know what they're even praying about? When I said no. Something told me to just continue. Let me continue joining. Let me continue with the prayers and see how far it will go. Pastor Jerry, with time I started, I was crying bitterly after seeing my last visitor. I was crying. I said, God, because imagine me hoping every month. I'll be hoping. I said, this month I will see. If I don't know, I will see my visitor. I'll start frowning my face because that's not what I want for myself. No until I joined one day, and you told the woman of God, Mrs. Pastor Nsppd, to make a declaration over women looking for the fruit of the womb. Pastor Jerry, I cried and I was calling on God. Since I joined Nsppd with my pregnancy, you're always praying for women that are pregnant. You will say we will not bury our child. You will say we will not have a miscarriage. We will say we will not bury and we will not be buried. You say no woman will die during childbirth. I was always keen into it. I was always praying. 7 months, that same thing happened again. I say, what happened previously? God forbid. I started praying and putting it again in altar of fire. I said, I will not lose this one. And God's servant said, we will not bury any of our child and we will not die during childbirth, Pastor Jerry. I kept on praying and putting this child in the altar of fire. So I'll put my date when I'll give birth to this child. That this child will not come out prematurely. That this child will not come out as a stillbirth. That this child will not come out as a miscarriage. I'm always giving to it, Pastor Jerry. When I was 8 months, I said, God, I thank you. Finally, I've crossed 7 months. Since I joined this altar, Pastor Jerry, that fear, I removed it from my body. I've moved it. I'm not always scared again since I joined. Because it's nothing impossible. Because I don't have faith before. Because of the 2 I've lost, I was like, God doesn't really exist. Not until this I joined this altar. Father, Pastor Jerry, you build my faith and made me that God truly exists. I even went hard to attend streams of joy. I came to your church, Pastor Jerry. I came to the church. When you said we should mention that thing we don't want to see again, Pastor Jerry, I knelt down and cried with my pregnancy, calling on this God, telling this God that BP that I always see during another is reversed. The day of my appointment with the doctor, Pastor Jerry, no BP. No BP was seen, Pastor Jerry. It's not up to 30 minutes I gave birth to this child, like a real woman, Pastor Jerry. I've come to give God all the glory because only God that deserves the honor. He's the only one that did this for me. It's only God that reward you. Thank you for building our faith in God. Pastor Jerry, thank you. This is my child. God has finally showed me mercy. God has finally showed me favor. I've come to give him all the glory. I've come to give him all the honor because what he cannot do does not exist. Thank you, Pastor Jerry.